we got some injuries. It's
We do.
June, so they're going to start piling up because that's the time of year that this kind of stuff happens.
It's true.
First things first. This is a big one, and we talked about this. What, middle of April, beginning of May?
Mm-hmm.
We wondered if Mookie Betts was out for a little while, what would happen to the Dodgers? Well, we're about to find out because he has a fractured hand, hit by pitch. They said that it was a metacarpal bone, so one of the small bones, like down here. I think I can't
Yeah.
remember my
Mid palm.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any
probably
of
it
these.
was probably up here on the top part of his hand.
Any of these. Because they
Yeah,
hit him in the heel of the hand, if I'm not mistaken. It hit him right here
yeah,
off the
yeah.
where he was gripping the bat. So
hmm Yeah, so
makes sense.
they said that there's a fracture, but also like I think Dave Roberts said the early X-rays came back negative, and so it might not have been enough of a. Oh no, I'm confusing. I'm confusing my injuries. We'll get there.
Yeah, I was gonna
We'll
say
get there.
it's definitely
We'll get
broken.
there. It's definitely broken. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of Rizzo with and Boone.
Yeah, you're thinking
Anyway,
of Rizzo. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Hand
I read a lot of I
mostly
read a lot
negative.
really fast about injuries this morning. But so
Yeah,
Mookie
yeah.
Betts is going to be out for a while. It's just there's no surgery involved with
Yeah.
this, right? Just got to let it heal. So it's going to take a little bit of time. But
Yeah.
we're going to find out what the Dodgers are like without Mookie Betts. Now, I said I thought that it all fell apart. It's all going to fall apart. I don't think that's true. That was
Yeah.
I got caught up in the moment. I got very excited. I don't think that's what's going to happen, right? But also, I think Brig, that the Dodgers are not the juggernaut that we thought they were going to be this year, because the pitching is as much of a problem as we thought it probably would be.
And now Yamamoto has a strained rotator cuff, and Clayton Kershaw, because he's a regular season dude, right? And he's
Yeah,
not doing his dude stuff this regular season, so they don't have
has
him to fall back on.
right. Yeah, so got that going on. I mean, how much has Kershaw even pitched this year? Has he pitched this
Mm,
year?
probably 3 minutes.
No, he has not pitched yet this year.
Grand total, three
He's
minutes.
still recovering from an injury sustained last year, so we haven't seen
Right.
him at all. So now
Big
you're down
facts.
one of your better guys, and Walker Bueller has not returned to form yet.
Nope.
He's getting there, but he's not there yet.
Yeah, he'll be okay, but it's not.
His last outing was better,
Okay.
but it was not Walker Bueller pre
Mm-mm.
TJ. So
Nope.
it'll be interesting to see what happens to the Dodgers. I don't think they're in any risk of losing their spot in the division or anything like that, but it could be a rough stretch for a little bit without Mookie Betts, possibly.
And then depending on what
So,
Yamamoto goes through, who knows?
right, yeah, how long
Those
it takes
rotator
for that to
cuffs,
heal,
that's tough, man. You got to
dude.
really
Yeah,
baby
and
it.
you do. I think if they give him, I think he'll just take. They'll probably put him on the 10-day IL if they haven't. Give him 3 weeks off, and he'll be all right. I think. I think he'll come back. But the question is if it gets aggravated again when he
That's
comes
my
back,
concern. Yeah.
right?
Now you're flirting with a long time.
Yeah, yeah, it could be. So I kind of dipped into the Anthony Rizzo injury here. So
Mm-hmm.
there was a collision at first base. Brig, tell us a little bit about what happened here.
Yeah, he was charging up first base. Kind of got hip checked. Pitcher pitcher had to run from the mound to field the throw to first. Rizzo kind of got hip checked on the way by. Seemed incidental to me. I don't think there was anything malicious about it. Let's just clear that up. But so Rizzo tripped, went down. As he was going down to brace himself, he was sort of belly flopping onto the foul line or at the foul territory, and his left hand comes down just fine, but his right hand goes down. And as soon as that hand came down, you saw him roll and grab, and it was it was hard to watch. Rizzo has been hard to watch anyway.
For a while.
Yeah, he's just in this slump, and I think you never want to see a guy get hurt, but I wonder what else we might get right while we're in this little break that he's going to get. And so
Yeah.
I'm not, that's me searching for the silver lining as a Yankees fan. I want to see, I want to pull something good out of this, obviously. But I think that, like you said, all indications are negative so far. He did have a
hmm
couple of tests. There's
Yeah, that's what it was.
nothing
Aaron Boone said they
definitive.
did like a low quality X-ray, something
Yeah,
like that, and there were no fractures, nothing broken. So
yeah. But
Yeah, it'll be
sit him for a
interesting to see
minute.
how long he's out. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think I think this has been an opportunity to figure out what else is going on. That's what I think.
yeah,
And
could
sliding
be.
into the trade deadline. So our two corners are having a hard time, DJ and Rizzo. And
How
it's
long has
like,
DJ
well,
been back? How long has DJ
what are you going
LeMahieu
to do?
been back?
Four
About 5
hours.
minutes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been back long. Give him some
No,
time. Did he get much spring training? I
no.
can't remember when his injury was. He didn't get any, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so he's still in spring training.
Yeah. Well, I just
Kinda.
can't. I'm not buying it. Not when you've got other guys who are consistently performing. This is the thing. I have this problem where I
Okay.
want the best team fielded. Okay? I want the most capable. I want the guys who are clicking. But the problem is that we live in a baseball world where the market dictates who plays, and that's a problem. The contract lengths and the average annual value dictates who goes on the field, who gets at bats, who pitches, and it's BS. I'm so over it. So listen, that's why Jacoby Ellsbury makes me mad. That's why Stanton makes me mad. This DJ LeMahieu thing keeps going. It's going to make me mad. Stanton went like 2 for 3 or something the other night at Fenway. Don't care. Couldn't pull it together when it was clutch. Off with his head. I don't. I'm like I don't. You know what I mean?
So,
So
yeah, yeah. So the Mariners have an interesting thing going on right now, kind of along those lines, because Ty France is out with a fractured foot, like a hairline
okay,
fracture in his right heel because he got hit by a pitch.
that sucks.
He is due 6.7 million this year. But the problem that the Mariners have, and I can think of worse problems to have, right? Ty France was hitting when he got hurt, like
Right.
really back to Ty France and really hitting. But Tyler Locklear, they brought him up from AAA, and he made his debut, and he's been so good.
Yeah.
He's got more range. He's got more of a first baseman's body
Yeah.
because he's taller. Ty France is not very tall, especially for a first baseman. And he's really starting to hit. He's got a couple home runs now. He hit his first one like Friday or something like that, and I think he hit another one yesterday. And so he's like really coming around, figuring out big league pitching. And of course, they're going to figure out him back, and it's going to go up and down, right? But
Yeah.
it's like Tyler Locklear is like a more stereotypical first baseman. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do when Ty France gets back? Because he's been your
Right.
cornerstone guy at first base for a few years now. But if Locklear's better, he's younger and cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you can demote him.
I'm going to do a comparison for you. I'm going to do a 1-to-1 comparative analysis. Oswaldo Cabrera, last 15 games, 40 at
Okay.
bats, 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 homer, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts, batting 200, on base 238, slugging 275. Okay. The last 15 games for DJ LeMahieu, 48 at bats, 7 runs, 9 hits, 0 homers, 4 RBIs, 8 walks, 13 strikeouts, and 0 stolen bases. Super duh. He's averaging 188, on base 304, slugging 188.
Oof.
Oof is right. It's awful. You can't you can't sit here and tell me the DJ is gonna bring it around and figure it out when the guy he's replaced is contributing at a higher level. I'm not saying
Not much
Oswaldo
higher.
Cabrera
Not
is
much
perfect.
higher.
No, it's not perfect, but it's better. It just is better.
Right. Yeah.
And if we're trying to put the best team on the field that we can, then you got to do it better.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree. I agree with you.
I don't know.
So yeah, it's tough when you've got guys like DJ LeMahieu, who's been a fixture of that team, right? Ty France has been a
Yep.
fixture of the Mariners, even when he was terrible last year. He was still a fixture of that team.
Yep.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see
I
what
don't
these
know what
teams
to
do
do.
with these guys going through. So let's move on from those guys. So Trey Turner is due back Monday. We're recording this Monday. Spoilers for those of you who don't know how things work around here. He missed 6 weeks with a hamstring strain. I think 6 weeks is plenty of time to get a hamstring right. I think he'll be okay. A guy who
Yeah.
obviously takes care of his legs. I think he's going to be okay. That'll be really good for the Phillies. Like they've been this good without him. Get him
Yeah.
in that lineup. Holy smokes, it's scary.
Yeah.
Kyle
It's going to be a problem.
Bradish of the Orioles. I almost said Phillies of the Orioles is out with a UCL sprain. Holy smokes, Orioles! Quit injuring your pitchers.
It's bad. That's not good.
Because this is the thing is they have all that offensive talent, right? But if they keep having pitchers go down, then they are going to have some major problems coming in later in this season.
Well, they're just going to have major issues at the deadline that they're going to have to solve, and that's going to be
they're going to have to sell out
less
some
than ideal.
Yeah, because if they want pitching, it's going to take assets, and teams are not going to be willing to give up guys easily to the Orioles. I feel like
that's exactly right.
That'll be an interesting thing to keep an eye on. Michael Harris, the second of the Braves, is out with a hamstring. Another one goes down for the Braves.
Jeez, man.
At what point do the Braves just punt? They're like, we're just decimated by injuries this year. We can't seem to win the games that we need to win. Like how? At what point do they just move on?
If I'm the Braves, I'm not moving on yet. I'm going to wait till August.
All-Star break?
Yeah. After the All-Star break.
You've got the trade deadline's the end of July, though. So you got to be prepared to move on.
That's true. I keep forgetting
You've got to know what kind of moves you're going to make. Are you going to get rid of Matt Olson in a walk here?
I don't know. It's too early to know. That's the problem. We can't know. We can sit here and go round and round all we want, but until some of these injuries resolve themselves or don't, until we see what the depth is capable of from the AAA level, until we see what kind of trade pieces they're trying to put together, we don't know. We're not going to be able to know. But I think that extra break at the All-Star weekend is going to be good. And then we're going to be, if I'm the Braves, I'm going to be needing to evaluate things pretty tough, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the All-Star break is about the time that they make that decision.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll be long until we figure out after that either. Until we find out what's going on.
No. The whole league is going to realign a little bit this year.
I think it will.
Because
there's
so
this
much
is the
crazy
thing
happening.
Is I know we talk about the Braves caught lightning in a bottle in 2021 and went and won the World Series after everything fell apart. Like how many times can that actually happen?
I don't know.
I don't know if they could do it again.